Hello again, from my stormy front porch again. You people are going to think that all it does in Iowa is rain. And I tell you, I'm beginning to think that way too. I'm wondering if it's about time to start building an ark. But wow, this time we're really getting some serious. I mean, look at me. Look, see, check me out. I got caught in it this time. You know how I'm always saying that I like watching it from inside, not being out. Well, I was out in it. I stayed a little late at work tonight, working on some stuff. And when I came out, oh wow! Not only was it raining hard, but street flooding on a massive scale. I mean, I've driven in some bad rainstorms before, but I don't think I've ever driven in street flooding that was that bad consistently everywhere. But I mean, like even my street in front of my business, in front of my company, it was like driving in a creek, literally. I'm not exaggerating. I drove out slowly because I could see there was water, but I couldn't tell how deep it was. I drove out slowly into the street, and without even moving, the water was up. The water, because I opened my door and peeked quick, and the water was almost at the bottom of my car. Now, granted, I only have a little Toyota Corolla, and so it's not that far off the ground, but still, that's some. What, about that much or so? That's a lot of water, and it wasn't just standing; it was flowing. It literally was a little creek. It was even a shallow river, if you want, and it was that way for the entire length of the street until I got up to where there's a big hill that goes up to Fleur Avenue. Or to Fleur Drive, but so it was like I was driving slow the whole time because I was afraid if I picked up too much speed, I was going to flood my car out. And I'm like, whoa, wow. So then I was driving and I mean all the way home, everywhere where there was an intersection, there was crisscrossing rivers crossing over the street. The sewer systems, storm drains are obviously overwhelmed because along the sides of the streets, big puddle areas, and where there were 2-lane roads, people are skipping the lanes, and where they could, they would just like drive right in the middle. Between the two lanes, the two middle lanes, because that would be the high ground, and that's where there was less. It was just, and there was one street that I go on that actually has a turning lane up the entire length of the street. Most people were driving in the turning lane because it was the high ground, and literally there's standing, flowing, deep water on both sides. It's amazing. And this rain is not letting up anytime soon. This is nuts. All I know is I'm glad to be back inside. Unfortunately, this little bit here that you see here, because I actually had an umbrella. I thought I had enough. I saw it was dark clouds when I went into work from after lunch today, and I thought, you know what? I think I'll take my umbrella in. I'm glad I did. Because getting out to the car, walking out to the parking lot where I'd parked my car, that would have been a very soggy walk. As it is, this was just from getting from my garage into my house, which isn't that far. But there was no way I could do the umbrella and open my door and all this, so I just, said, well, I'll do it. But still, yeah. See, I mean, that's I got pretty drenched just that little bit. All I can say is thank you, Lord, for electric garage door openers. Lola is safely inside the garage, and she did a great job in navigating, or should I say fording, all the rivers that we had to cross getting home. Man, that was something. I mean, I wasn't concerned. I knew that if I just took it slow and was paying attention to where water was and wasn't, that I'd get through fine, it'd be okay. But still, whew, that's a lot of water out there. Now, the thing that will be interesting to see is what impact this will have on other areas, specifically like the rivers around here. Because at lunch today, I noticed that the Des Moines River was, it is already out of its banks, but not like flooding on a large scale. But I mean, it was already higher than it's supposed to be. There's one section, you go down by Sec Taylor, Principal Park, they call it now, Sec Taylor Field. To me, it's always going to be Sec Taylor Stadium. It's where the I-Cubs play. You go down by there you can see where there are these concrete barricades. I want to call them fences, what they kind of look like, but I don't know what they're actually called. But they look like concrete railing, basically, along both sides of the Des Moines River. Normally you should be able to see those. At lunch today, you could only see the tops of that concrete barricade railing thing on both sides, and the water was already, you know, creeping out beyond that up to the banks a bit. Now there was still plenty of room for it to go up before it flooded, but still, rain like this and the kind of street flooding that I was seeing and all, that's not going to take a whole lot more water to push Des Moines River and the Raccoon River and the other rivers we have around this area. It's not going to take much to push them just that little bit over. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if tomorrow morning I don't wake up and find that there are some routes that are completely cut off because of the flooding. Especially, I wasn't watching the weather, obviously, but if this rain that we're getting here, that we've got here now, if that was anywhere north of us or farther up the watersheds, then Des Moines is really going to be in trouble, because it's one thing to get all that water here and to make the river levels go up right now, but that all it goes away from Des Moines. However, if the rain is north of us, then that means there's all that water that's still coming down at us, and that could be a bigger problem. Anyway, so I'm just glad to be nice and dry, sort of. In my own, man, my head is soaked. I am just glad to be in the house now. Yeah. Whew. That was good. I really wish somebody would have been in the car with me, though, because there were so many places where it was just so cool seeing how much water. And the cars, they're parked on the side of the road where, you know, just because they're parked there normally, and now there's this river coming down the street and how it was just flowing around these cars and the water. I mean, it was actually kind of cool and impressive. Oh, sounds like I might be letting up a bit. Ooh, yeah, that's good. See, now I'm going to feel really stupid, because, see, if I wouldn't have left work when I did, if I would have waited maybe another 30 minutes or so, the rain would have stopped and that street flooding might have dissipated and I would have missed all of that. You know, on the plus side, I would have missed, you know, having to fight through that. On the negative side, that was quite an adventure. It was fun. I'm glad I didn't miss that. All right, well, that's it. I just had to share the story of my braving the rivers to get home, of you know, fording the streets of Des Moines. So all right, with that, I will let you go. I'm gonna probably change into a dry shirt and take care of some stuff here at home. All right, with that, I'll let you go, and I'll see you next time from my front porch.